Hey guys, it's been a while since I've been on here and made a video for you guys, and that is because high school is kicking my butt. So today I want to give you an update on what our initial plans were in the beginning of the homeschool year to how they are now towards the end. Stay with me. Hey guys, it's Vonnie from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool and welcome to my channel. And if you're new here, I make videos to help you on your homeschooling journey. I want to talk about how our first year of homeschooling high school has been. So I was looking over at my old video on some of the curriculum that said I was going to use, that way I can remember to let you guys know why I didn't use it or why I did use it. So first, let me start off by saying that this year was the first year that my son took academic classes at our homeschool co-op. And I didn't realize how much work that was going to be and how much of our lives that was going to take up. Instead of putting him in just one class, I put him in 3. So I put him in Apologia Science, which we went from the good and the beautiful to Apologia. That's a big jump. I put him in a finance class, which isn't too bad, but it's hard to stay on top of it when you have so much other work to do. And then American Literature class, which is from 9th through 12th grade. So the freshmen are doing the same amount of work as the seniors, and you can definitely tell. But we're gonna go one by one. So we're gonna start with Bible. I was supposed to use this Bible curriculum for my son, and I was not able to fit it in. So his 9th grade, for Bible, we haven't been doing that. We didn't do it at all. And so that's something we're gonna have to work through this summer, or maybe 10th grade, and count it as an elective, so that we definitely make sure that we get to it, because it's very important. But I haven't taken him to church on Sundays, where he is getting the word, and I'm constantly talking to him about God and you know, praying with him and things like that. So I am still raising him up in the Lord, but I was not able to go through the curriculum, which I really would like to do. I really like finishing curriculum, because there's a lot of things in there, a lot of conversations that come up, and different resources that you use that you wouldn't normally talk about. By the end of this video, you guys are gonna see how awful I've been in keeping up with all the things. But I tried, I really tried, but it's okay. We have the summer, we're gonna work through things. So I also did not get to history. We have the mystery of history for him to do, and we just didn't have the time to do it. He did like a lesson or 2. It's not difficult either. It's just finding the time. We'll go into the struggles after I tell you what I didn't use and what we did do for school. I'm going to tell you about our common struggles. So make sure you stay until the end of the video so you can know what to look forward to when your first child hits high school. I don't want to give him a full course load over the summer. I do want us to have a break. He really needs it. He really worked really hard this year, even though it doesn't seem like it because we haven't done any of the stuff that I have planned. But he really did work really hard this year on his co-op classes. So I do want to give him a break. I'm probably just going to have him do math throughout the summer. So another thing we did not do was math. He did some math, and basically what he did this year was English, finance, and science. That was it. That was all that he was able to accomplish because of the workload. So, and at the end of this video, I'm also going to give you some tips on how to make your first year of high school more successful than mine was, because I am learning as I go, and I'm making these videos to help you and keep you from making the same mistakes that I have made. So as far as logic, I really want to go through this logic curriculum with him, and then I want to take it a step further, and I want to do escape rooms and things like that as part of critical thinking and just using his brain to figure out escape rooms. I thought it'd be fun as part of a logic course to do with him. So I'm going to create a bunch of electives, and I'm going to make a video about some high school electives, and then I'll have them posted below for you guys to upload if you'd like to do that. For now, let's finish the school year. We started the year using Nicole, the math lady, who uses Saxon math, and he just hated it so much. So I switched over to Mr. D's math, which is a lot better, and we did the gamified version. I'm not even sure if he uses the gaming points and things like that, but like I said, he hasn't had a lot of time to do those lessons. That's one thing he's 100% doing this summer, as well as cursive, because I never got through finishing learning how to write strictly in cursive. Those 2 things will definitely be done this summer. I'll let you know for sure what we're doing for high school. For 10th grade after May, like after our homeschool co-op's new schedule goes up. Definitely not doing as many classes though, maybe just like one. All right, so instead of telling you what we didn't do, let me tell you what he did do. In his American literature class, he had the opportunity to do a lot of things he had never done before. This class was so good, and he still has work to do, but teaching him the importance of deadlines, it made him realize what grades are and how good it feels to get a high grade in the class. And he's in the class with his friends, so they have this kind of competitive thing who can get the highest A. So I do like that he's the kind of student that he gets upset if he has a 97 and somebody else has 103. And so he wants to work hard to make sure that he's doing that. It did get him used to a bigger workload. He was able to analyze poetry, plays, write essays, and do some creative projects outside of that as well. And work in groups in class. I mean, we have a fantastic English teacher at our homeschool co-op. It's just I didn't prepare him well enough to take this sort of class, and that was my fault, but that's okay. He did a great job. He's got an A in the class, an high A, and we'll be done in May, at the end of April actually. And so that takes up a lot of work because we only homeschool 4 days a week because we're at the co-op a whole day, 1 day of the week, and his teacher assigns him, both of his teachers assign him 5 days of schoolwork. So we have to always like squeeze it in on the weekends. So school as a matter of fact, he's upstairs doing school. He should be doing his schoolwork right now. Then for Apology of Science, the teacher would not allow us to buy the student notebook. So the kids have 2 weeks to complete a module. The modules are really long. They have to write all the vocabulary words out. They have to do all the on your own questions, and they have to do the test review and the test. They do have 2 weeks to do it, but it is tedious and it does take up a lot of time. I just don't know that he's learning anything besides how to do that amount of work. I kind of feel like he does because he'll make little comments about cells because he's doing, like I said, biology, or he'll make some comments about things that he has learned even though he says he's not learning anything. So I'm debating on what we're going to do for science. I don't want him to just pass the class and get credit for it on his transcripts, which is something we're going to talk about in another video once I do our first transcripts. I don't want him to just get the grade and the, why can't I think of the word? The credits just to put on his transcripts. I really want him to learn and to enjoy the learning. My light just died. I'm sorry if it got darker. But I do want him to learn the subjects and enjoy learning it. So I haven't decided. I have a lot of thinking to do. I think we're going to do totally different things for 10th grade. Our summer plan, like I said, is to focus on cursive and math. And I have to decide whether or not I'm going to have him do history. I think I am. I think I'm going to have him do history because I'm thinking of putting him in history at the co-op in the fall. We'll see how long it takes. That way he can, I don't know, I have to see what credits he needs and what would be interesting, because we have that world history and I really think it's interesting to learn world history. I think he would like it. He's kind of tired of American history, but he does need it for credit, so we'll see about that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the tips, things that I've learned this homeschool year that I would love for you to prepare your 8th grader for before they get to 9th grade. Number one, well, that's him texting me, hold on. I get a lot of text during the homeschool day from my son who's upstairs. Anyway, so tip number one is teach your child how to not only use a planner, but like make sure they use it. So I did buy him a planner. I know every child's different, so I am going to try one more year. I just really think it would be helpful for him with all the work that he does to split it up. I've been trying to get him to do this all year round, but he wants to do it his way. So I'm going to give him another year to at least write it down in his planner whatever way he wants, because in the beginning I was splitting up his classes for him, how I thought it'd be easier for him, and he just wanted to do it his own way. So I want him to at least write it down so he has a checklist, so he's not doing school all night long, or not doing too little bit of schoolwork in a day. Number two is deadlines. I think I started to say this. Having deadlines for assignments is a good preparation in case they're gonna take any college courses or any online courses or any other courses that you're not the teacher. They're gonna need to be able to stay on task and submit assignments, on time. Third thing I would recommend is putting them in an online class, at least one, or a homeschool co-op class, something where they're getting graded, where they're kind of like getting that, competitive edge with their friends, trying to make sure they do good. And it's just like when they're working together, it's more pressure on them in a good way to want to do good because their friends are there. Whereas if I have him do an essay at home, it's not the same as his friends turning in essays, getting a good grade, and then, you know what I mean? So it's like, I really do recommend putting them in at least one class where you're not the teacher, they're getting graded, they're getting tests, if your child is college bound. I think you should do it anyway, because you never know if your child is college bound. You never know what they may choose later on. You want them to be prepared for everything that comes their way. So basically the electives that I wanted him to do, that I had, like the vocabulary cartoons that were like for SAT prep, we didn't get to do any of that. So I really have to plan a summer program for him that is fun, relaxing, but that he's still getting some of his high school credits out of the way in case he does end up going to college. That's the plan right now. But with technology getting so amazing right now, who knows what kind of careers they're gonna have by the time he graduates, if he's gonna need to go to trade school or what. But I just wanna, like I said, have him prepared for any decision that he decides to make. So yeah, Sanghar's homeschooling 9th grade was not this smooth, day in the life video worthy year, which is why I haven't made any day in the life videos, and I will have to upgrade you on my 5th grader in the next video. So yeah, anyway, well, that's it, guys. I'm gonna continue to post for you all. We've had some struggles going on here besides school that have stopped me from recording, but I'm really trying to stay on task. I love doing this for you guys. I love hearing from you guys. I love when you guys comment. And it's just a blessing for me to be able to share whatever I learned with you guys. So leave any questions or comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.